Hey guys, and welcome back. My name's Rick Ronick, and we are back on the Redstone world. I got some cool stuff to show you guys today. So, first, I gotta show you the coolest thing. You see some green stuff over there. That's the stuff I need to talk about today. But first, I want to talk about the mech suit itself. So, I've been trying to fix this mech suit, make it look a little bit better. And if you notice down here, I kind of edited the legs a little bit. I was trying to make it look better, and then I decided, you see it over there, to just start from the bottom up and just edit the whole thing. So here are the shoe concepts over here. That's what the shoes looked like before. This is what they look like now. Way cooler, I think. Don't you? They're freaking awesome. And then I decided, you know what? This leg is too small. Why don't we just redo the whole freaking mech suit? So that's what I'm doing. Now, don't worry. This mech suit is not going to be, you can see it over there. This mech suit is not going to be destroyed or anything. It's going to stay here. We're going to finish this mech suit up. But all the concepts in it are going to be put over to this one. This mech suit, which isn't done. It's just done up to the knee. It's modeled after human anatomy, so it looks more realistic than this one that's all blocky and kind of creepy looking, actually. So it goes way higher. As you can see, it's way taller. The legs are almost the size of this entire body. It's crazy. And I think it's going to look awesome when it's done. So I just really wanted to tell you guys about that. It's going to look really cool. But don't worry, we're going to keep working on that mech suit until it's done and just kind of transfer most of the stuff over and just add some new stuff to this guy. So yeah, way cooler. Way cool. Still has all the same stuff inside of it, as you can see, but way cooler, I think. Way cooler. So, with all that said, we're going to be working on that off camera for the next couple episodes, but we're going to still be working on this guy. So, last episode talked about, takes a while to get up here. Talked about this guy, this head right here, going inside of it and hitting this button right here, and that it does nothing. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Does not work. Talked about I wanted to redo the ejector seat, and thanks to Iron Creeper 4 for suggesting that I use slime blocks and pistons to bust myself out of the mech suit instead of TNT, because came up with a couple ideas from that. So here are the two ideas for the slime block elevator, kind of. So the ejector seat, this is the ejector seat Mark 1, jumps you up to 4.5 blocks from where you started, which seems like a lot, but the blocks that we need to jump up are 7. We need to go 7 blocks, which is where this purple is at. This purple right here is at 7 blocks. So we need to go 7 blocks high, and this only goes 4.5. Still pretty cool, but there's another one over there that does the job. So this one, I'll just show you kind of how it works, kind of the concept for it. You got to stand right here, press the button, lets you out, goes like that. This place is right here, and this is the 4.5 block, as you can see, because it's a half slab. So that's as high as it goes. But as you see, you need almost 2 of those. 2 of the 4.5 block jumps just to get up here. So it's not very practical. You can't really do that. So that won't really work. And as you can see, that's just pretty simple redstone. I don't want to explain it too much because the other one is way more complicated. So just the buttons right here just sends it to this, which sends this over to a pulse over to there, which then goes down, sends it to here, all this stuff. And basically the gist of it is this block gets removed. Immediately after that, that block pushes up the slime block, which pushes you into there. That block gets placed back, and then this block gets removed, and that block gets placed back. And that happens all in like a matter of like a half second. So let's just do it again. So you can see what happens. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So now let's go over to the second one. This is the ejector seat Mark II. 8 blocks. It launches you 8 blocks in the air. Now that still might not seem like that much, but that is all we need for right there. That head is just 8 blocks. We just need to go up 8 blocks. So this one works perfectly, flawlessly. Well, not flawlessly. You'll see in a second. It does have a little bit of glitches. But as you can see, the redstone, not as much actual like craziness with the redstone. Is all pretty much straightforward, as you can see, but it does have command blocks involved. So what this one does, when I press this button, it does much the same thing. It removes the block right there, the pistons in the back, moves that block, then immediately after pushes you with a slime block. But as you'll notice right here, dispensers over here. What do dispensers do? Well, over here, if you notice, there's dispensers right here. What they do is prevent the slime block from carrying any blocks around it. So what these ones do is do the same thing. But you'd say, why would you need these? There's no slime block there. Well, not right now. But in a second, there will be a slime block there. Because what these do is they clone this right here. This piston, this slime block. They clone it to right here. And then immediately after that, pushes the slime block to this block right there. So what this basically does is it drops you down, pushes you up, and then places this so you're falling from like right here, and then pushes you back up even further to get to that 8 block high. And then immediately after that, what it does is it just removes those 2 blocks. And it can't remove, it doesn't remove like these 2 because the slime block's up here now. So it removes the base of the piston because the piston's extended to right here. Moves the base of the piston and the slime block. So now that I explained it, let's go ahead and do this. Now sometimes, the glitch I'm talking about, sometimes if you're too far back, you will get stuck in one of these dispensers. Like literally you will get stuck in the dispenser and it won't push you up. Now we don't have to worry about that in the head just because there's a lot of open space. We won't need these dispensers, but just something to worry about if you want to build one of these on your own. You might get stuck in some blocks. Okay, so let's do this. Boom. Let's try it again. I gotta reach it. There we go. This is the 8th block. That's the 8th block right there. It's very hard to reach. You can't reach it that easily. Not all the time. So, oh, I had it. Sometimes you miss it. Yep, missed it. Sometimes you miss it, but it does go 8 blocks. Exactly, almost exactly 8 blocks. So that is the farthest reach, but we only need it to reach 7 blocks. So this works perfectly for what we want it to. And we're not going to build that in this episode because I got a lot of other stuff to cover. But we're going to build that next episode in the head, and it's going to be awesome. We're going to have an ejector seat that actually functions correctly. So thank you to Iron Creeper 4 for suggesting that I use slime blocks. I was thinking of using slime blocks, but I hadn't really no idea until they said that, and then I started coming up with ideas. You know how it is. You have an idea, and you can't really think anything about it, but once somebody tells you just a single thing, you just, all of a sudden, it just sparks a lot of new gets the creative juices flowing. So that's what I came up with. Pretty cool. Okay, so let's go over here to the big stuff that's not going to be used in the mech suit, but it is kind of cool. So, last episode I showed you this right here, the oasis that disappears and reappears, and then these blocks that disappear and reappear. And if you remember, if you watch that episode to the end, you'll know I talked about having a base where the door would be like removed as soon as you get pretty close, and then it get placed back once you get away from it, to prevent like creepers or skeletons or anything from following you into your base. Now I took that concept, made it better. So first I'm going to show you basic player detection right here. This is basic player detection. This is what that uses and that uses. Use a basic player detection. Just turn it on. You'll see it says block placed down in the chat. I go over here. Found me. Block placed. Found me. Found me. Found me. Found me. Found me. Found me. Block placed. Found me. Block. Found me. Block. Found me. Block. So that's just detecting. It's not detecting if I'm standing on purple wool. That is just for show. I can remove the purple wool. Ugh. That word is very hard to say for some reason. Purple wool, and then I can just stand on it and see it still says found me. So that's all it's doing, is it's just finding if you're in a certain area. Let me place that back. It was up here. Dang it. There we go. So it's just finding if you're in this area within a radius of that block right there. Okay, so this is just a simple right here. This is just simple clock like we've had on all the other ones. This is testing if you're standing on that block within a radius of 1, so within these surrounding blocks. That's what that's testing for. And then this one just, it tells you it to say something. If I go really fast, you might be able to see that in chat, but it's very tough. Yep, you saw it just scroll past. It goes really, really fast. It just says something. You don't really need that. That's just there for testing purposes. Okay, so you take that concept, put it in with a lot of these other ones, and you get this. Yeah, you get a hill of blocks. That's what you get. You detect a player and get a hill of blocks. Isn't that cool? No. That's not what this does. This is way, way cooler than that. So imagine this is like a mountain. Your base is in like a mountain or cave or something. Imagine that. Okay, so just imagine these go up higher. Just imagine you can't see any of that or that or anything else. You're just like underground, or you're at the side of the mountain and it goes really, really, really high. And you want to get to your base, which happens to be right behind this wall. But there's no buttons, no levers or anything. So what you do is, let's turn this on so I can show you it. You have it so you can go up to it and boom! Door disappears. Go inside. Look. It's gone. The door's gone. It just disappears. But I took it one better, I said. So what I did was, when you turn around and look at it, boom, puts glass there. So you can see whatever was trying to get at you and see if they're gone. So that's pretty dang cool. And then if you go to this side, you'll see the glass is gone. Glass is gone. Looking this direction, glass is there. And it also works. The door actually opens when you're looking at it like this. The door opens with the glass as well, and then places it back. But the one bug that this does have is if you go, you turn around, glass is there, you go, the door opens, but you decide not to go outside, and you go backwards, it places stone there. The only way to fix that, turn around, turn back. Now it's glass again. And how that works is, if you notice when you're within like this block that I'm standing on to that block, it removes the door right there. Okay, there we go. It's weird. I got off the center for a second. It removes the door right there. Right there. Okay. There we go. And then it places back. Removes the door right there. But you'll notice that if I'm within, let's see, this many blocks, and I'm facing this direction, places the glass. But that's a lot farther away. So that's why this is a lot of command blocks. So what this does is, I'm going to shut it off. This is the simple clock right here. This is a simple clock. Same clock we used over there, and over there, and in there, and over there, and over there, and over there. It's a simple clock that's used pretty much everywhere. And these are all hooked up to comparators that do different things. So this one is probably the most simple of the comparators right here. This just tests if you're within a radius of 2 of this block right here. So if you're within these purple blocks right there, somewhere within this line, that's just what it tests for. If you're somewhere within there, and then it opens the wall up. And then if you're not, it closes it up. So it either fills it with stone or fills it with air, depending on where you are. So that's just a pretty simple one. Then it gets more complicated because we have comparator, and comparator. Okay, so this one tests if you're in a radius of 10 from that block. So if you're within, like, let's see, 3, 6, if you're within there and 6, 9, 10. if you're somewhere within these purple blocks. Yeah, that's a pretty long range compared to the other one. But that's not all it does. It sends that pulse through there. It sends it to this comparator, which changes depending on these two variables. This one being where you're located, and this one being where you're looking. This is the complicated one. Test for your rotation maximum and your rotation on the Y. So it tests if you're within this area and if you're looking within like here and here, within this area. If you're within this area, looking somewhere within these two purple blocks. And then if both of those are correct, sends the pulse through here, which then changes that to glass. If both of them are, or if both of them are incorrect, or one of them is incorrect, changes it to stone. So that's all that does, and it's constantly doing that over and over again. So show you it in action one more time, and then we'll speak on the last one over there. Okay. There we go. Had to reset it. Just running through. Boom, disappears. Go, turn around, glass. Now we can actually test that out with a zombie. Okay, I'm going to test it out with a zombie. I'm going to place a zombie right here. I'm going to go into survival, and I'm going to try not to die. Okay, so he's running after me. You're getting chased. Go inside. Turn around. Boom. Look at that. He can't get inside. He cannot get inside unless I go like this. Then look, he found me again. Back up. Boom. There he is. So that's pretty cool, pretty simple way to do that. Okay, let's go back into creative because I do not want to die. And let's just go to peaceful just to kill him. Kill him the humane way. There we go. Don't have to hit him with nothing. Okay. So, we gotta shut this off. Because otherwise it won't lag that much, but it will lag a little bit. Okay, so then you take that concept from the door, make it even better with a door animation when it opens or closes. So this is a door animation. So as you can see, there's these different levels of blocks all the way to, this is a full door, all the way to nothing. Right here is nothing. So it just goes through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different stages. 10 different stages it'll go through. And you can do this with any blocks. It doesn't really matter. You can make the animation whatever you want. I just made it with cobblestone, with slabs, and stairs. So as you see, kind of the animation that will go through. And then I'll explain these blocks in a second. But let's just turn it on. So it detects, kind of like the other ones, with when you're in a certain radius from the central block. So when I'm anywhere on these purple ones, it will remove the door. If I'm outside of them, it will put the door back up. So watch. Boom. Removes the door. You can walk in. Puts the door back up. Removes the door. Puts the door back up. Removes it. Puts it back up. Yeah, be careful when you're stepping through because it can hurt you. Look at that. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Okay. So now let's turn this off. Actually, I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to go over here so you can see. You see it places redstone block over there. Redstone block is placed. Boom. Redstone block is placed if I'm outside of it. So that kind of explains it for you guys. So normal clock right here. Normal on off for the clock. Then it tests if you're in a radius of 3. So just if you're within 3 blocks in either direction, which would be this block, anywhere within that circle from the central block, which is right underneath there, right there. So just test for that radius, and if you're in that radius, it sets a redstone block. I'm pretty sure it sets right here. Yes. If you're within that radius, it sets a redstone block right here, which signals all this to start. It starts this entire sequence that goes all the way to here, which this one deletes the redstone block that was over here. And then if you're not within that area, place a redstone block right here, which does the entire sequence in reverse. So this one takes it down because you're following the sequence. As you see, it will take the door down, and this one will put the door back up. So that's all that does. Just does that, and both the ends of both of these just delete wherever the redstone block was placed at. So guys, I hope you liked the video, and if you did, please leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. Went over a lot of stuff, and I hope you find some uses for some of these things, because they're pretty cool. Gonna be making the ejector seat in the next episode. Gonna be working on that suit off camera. It's looking really good from over here. I mean, look at that. It's nice. It's nice. Way taller than that one. Way taller. The if you're wondering, cloud. Let's go to fancy. Cloud level is right here. We're almost on cloud level, and as you can see, cloud level is almost the waist of that guy, whereas it's slicing through the head of this one. So yeah, way taller. That one goes to 135 blocks, I think, and this one goes to 200, I think it's 200. So guys, I will see you next time.